buildgrowandenjoy.com. And we have got a great guest joining us today here via the magic of Skype. We have a fantastic guest. AJ, go ahead and give me a brief introduction on yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right. Well, my name's AJ Forget. I'm the author of the Bus Life Kitchen Cookbook, which is a cookbook I wrote living in a converted short bus traveling the country.
Fantastic, fantastic. So tell us a little bit about why you decided to write this book.
Well, I've enjoyed traveling for a long time. My partner and I moved into this old school bus that we turned into a tiny house. And, it's always been a passion to bring recipes back from our travels to our own kitchen. Living on the road, it's really difficult to cook in this tiny space, and I just wanted to show people, what was possible, that you can still eat really well cooking on a 2-burner stove in a tiny kitchen.
Fantastic. We have got a great guest with us today. AJ Forget is with us. He has got an incredible new book, The Bus Life Kitchen Cookbook. It is an amazing, amazing read. So talk to me a little bit about why you decided to put this book together and what's been the response so far to the book.
Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was really just a passion about bringing all these foods from our travels back to our own kitchen that inspired this. And over the first, year and a half in the bus, I put it together. It came out close to a year ago now, and I've been going to meetups, meeting with folks, selling the book. And thus far, everybody seems to really love it. It's been really amazing to connect with so many people about food who are living this way.
That is awesome. AJ Forget is with us. He has got the Bus Life Kitchen. It is an incredible, incredible book. So tell me a little bit about what the reaction has been. What kind of reviews or feedback, criticism that you've gotten on the book so far?
Thus far I have not had a single bad review that I'm aware of. Everybody seems to be really taken with the book, and it's been just fantastic to see people on social media cooking the recipes, sharing the food, having wonderful dinners with their neighbors. It's been awesome.
We have got AJ Forget with us today. He joins us live here on our big, big program. So tell me about your writing process. Did you use notes? Did you have an outline? How did you bring this book to life, AJ? Give us all the details.
I am a super organized person. So for me, everything happens in a notebook after about 10 outlines, many pages of notes. So it's been a really iterative process like that. Lots and lots of planning.
We have got AJ Forget with us today. He joins us live here on our big broadcast here on Build, Grow, and Enjoy, the BGE Radio Network out of Atlanta, GA. BuildGrowAndEnjoy.com. That is the official website. Go over and check that out today. AJ Forget is with us. He is a modern nomad, and he has got an incredible new book, The Bus Life Kitchen. So talk to me a bit how you converted a school bus into a current home. Give us all the details on this, my friend.
Yeah, so my fiance and I bought this old short bus out of Lamar, Texas, about 5 years ago now, actually, and spent a couple of years, stripping all the old trappings out of it and building our little tiny home in there. It's, fully self-sufficient, built for off-grid living with solar power. We can boondock out wherever we want in the wild country for probably a couple of weeks before we start to get low on food and water. It's been great.
AJ Forget with us today. He has recently published The Bus Life Kitchen, and he joins us today here via the magic of Skype to talk about this incredible book. So talk to me a little bit about how you baked without using an oven.
That was definitely one of the biggest challenges when we were learning to cook on the road. Our bus only has about 90 square feet, so we didn't have the space to put an oven in. But as soon as we made that decision, I knew I was going to have to teach myself how to bake on the stovetop. It's a relatively simple process where you use a large cast iron with a little wire cooling rack inside to give yourself an air gap on every side of your food, and essentially you're creating a tiny oven on top of your stove. And it took a little bit of trial and error. There's some big mistakes in the beginning, but at this point we have it pretty much down to a science. Made cookies, cakes, pies. I even roasted a Thanksgiving turkey the first year on the road.
AJ Forget with us today. He has got the Bus Life Kitchen, and he joins us this week here on Build, Grow, and Enjoy. So talk to us a little bit about the global recipes. You've got a lot of different things in here. Thai tea pudding, just some of the different things. Give us details on this, my friend. Tell us all about this.
So my fiance and I both love to travel. We've been all over the world, and it's always been a passion to bring these dishes and flavors from our travels back to our own kitchen. In this cookbook, I try to share a lot of recipes that people might be familiar with from eating at restaurants, as well as ones that maybe you've never heard of. Trying to show what you can make at home, what you can make, when you're camping on the road with tiny setup, simple recipes, but really good food.
That's awesome. AJ Forget with us today. He joins us live. The Bus Life Kitchen is the latest from him. So, are you planning a follow-up or in any other books?
I am, yeah. The second cookbook is actually about three-quarters finished right now, and I'm working on a little book about our time building the bus and our first couple of years on the road as well.
AJ Forget with us today, the Bus Life Kitchen. That is the latest from him, and he joins us this week here on Build, Grow, and Enjoy, the BGE Radio Network out of Atlanta, GA. It's buildgrowandenjoy.com. So, AJ, talk to me about how you tried to live out the traditional American dream, but basically couldn't afford it. You gave up on the white picket fence, and you struck out on your own. Give me your full synopsis of this.
Yeah, so I was living in Boulder, Colorado when I met my fiance, and it happens to be one of the most expensive places in the country to buy a house. Essentially, we just got completely priced out. When I finished my career in wildland fire, I had quite a lot of money saved up, but even that was not enough for a down payment on a house. So we just made the decision that we were going to do something a little different. We bought this short bus, spent a couple of years converting it, and now we've been on the road for about 2.5 years, taking our tiny home with us wherever we go.
We have got AJ Forget with us. The Bus Life Kitchen is the latest from him, and he joins us this week here on Build, Grow, and Enjoy. So give me some tips for cooking in a tiny kitchen.
I'd say that the biggest thing to focus on is simplicity. A lot of recipes out there are just totally convoluted with too many steps, too many ingredients, too much equipment. You can almost always take a handful of steps and a handful of ingredients out of a recipe and have food that is just as good or better. I think that often the trick, which you'll see in my cookbook, is to look at cultures where maybe they have a little bit less in the way of equipment. Places where an oven is not necessarily something that they have in every house because it's an expensive piece of equipment. They learn to make really fantastic food with a simple kitchen.
We have got AJ Forget with us, the Bus Life Kitchen. That is the latest from him, and he joins us today here on BGE. So tell me the typical profile of the reader who's going to love this book.
It's definitely been picked up most quickly by people who live in vans, buses, RV travelers. It's also fantastic for people who camp. All the recipes are designed for a 2-burner stove, so it's excellent for car camping. But also, I tell people that if you live in a place with a small kitchen, it's fantastic for that. And folks with a larger kitchen, there's still going to be recipes in there that you love and that you've never cooked before. And if you have a little bit more counter space and some more, plugs for your food processor and fancy equipment, everything's just a lot easier. You can do it all with a tiny kitchen. If you have a big kitchen, it's just going to be cake.
It is AJ Forget. He's with us today here on our big broadcast. So what are some of your expectations for the book?
Could you clarify that question?
Well, are you hoping to sell millions of copies, or what are you hoping to gain from the book, from the experience
Hmm.
with the whole thing here?
It's already been, to my mind, a fantastic success. I've sold about 1,200 copies right now.
That's awesome.
Um, and it's just been fantastic to connect with all these people, to get to know folks on the road through sharing meals, sharing food, and seeing how much they enjoy all these recipes and stories that I put together. So in that regard, I feel like it's already been absolutely fantastic. I'm still working on the next one, and I hope to just keep doing this and keep connecting with people and sharing what I know and learn.
That is awesome. AJ Forget with us today.